I'm just waiting for people to show up. I don't see anybody yet. For people watching this broadcast later, don't even trip. Episode 11. Episode 11 today. We made it. It's like if you get to 10, like if you get to double digits, it's kind of like Conor McGregor getting some kind of a title, you know? It's like you got to the achievement, like you got to the top of the mountain. But like, I know a lot of people think that the hard part is going up the mountain. And like, that makes a lot of sense, you know, because you talk about uphill battle and whatnot. But you got to think about it. The hardest part, we got to make sure you can see my face. The hardest part, I think, as far as I'm confirmed, is coming back down. Because it's easier to come, you know how it's easier to come back down technically? Because like, I don't know, you get it. It's even more dangerous because when you're coming back down, you could start rolling. You got that crazy momentum. You could trip and fall. I think going up is safer because you got to pace yourself and there's different little plateaus and stuff like that. But when you're going down, it's scary. Anyway, my point is you could get to 10 digits very easy like we did the last episode. But that's like when you never defend your title. You know, you got to get to – it really makes a difference when you get to episode 11. That's when you know. Because a lot of people get to episode 10. And they're like, all right, I did it. And they like never defend the title. You know, you got to keep going. You got to go one more. At least one more. And I'm going to do way more than that. We're going to keep going. It's every day, bro. All right, looks like we got some people in the chat now. I'm going to start my workout for now. Whew, was it? 27 miles. So hold on, let me write that down before I forget. 27. I'm in 13 minutes. All right. 13 minutes. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 11. Oh, hold up. There we go. Episode 11 of the Below the Beanie podcast. Congratulate yourselves. Congratulate yourselves for making it. Let me switch it to live chat real quick before we get started, because it always causes a problem when I don't remember to like 40 minutes in. All right, thank you everybody for being here on this Monday morning. To Below the Beanie. And I want to let you guys know that I'm out here trying for you. I went to Best Buy the other day. It was just yesterday, actually. I went to Best Buy and I got one of these new things because I heard that that's where it's at. You got to get one of these, one of the Mevos for streamers and for shooting videos and stuff like that. And then I started trying it. And then unfortunately, I learned that it's a piece of junk. So I'm going to take it back. And I don't know if I'm going to get anything else to replace it, to be honest, or if I'm just going to keep rocking the same way I am right now. And honestly, I like streaming like this. I like the like laid back, low budget kind of feel. Like it lets me like feel at home, you know, like quite literally. It's just that I thought, you know, I'll go above and beyond. I'll just try to give you that sharper resolution and whatnot, because I know it's important to some people. But it didn't work out. It was garbage. I watched so many tutorials and I couldn't get it to look any better than it does. So I'm just gonna keep it the way things are for the time being. Because people have asked me all the time, hey, Grandmaster, what kind of potato are you shooting your videos on? And I'm like, oh, I get it. So I know some people notice that the resolution probably could be a little bit better. Hey, I tried. And to be honest, like whatever you're seeing right now, how it doesn't look good and everything, and it kind of looks like the saturation and stuff is kind of crazy. That thing looked even worse. I don't even understand it. I don't even know how that's possible. Mike Alfieri! Hola, GM. I've been getting a lot of recommended Mexican martial arts videos lately. The algorithm likes you uploading consistently. Keep it up. Look, thank you, Mike Alfieri. Thank you for letting me know that. Look, oh, snap. $24.99 squad. Big appreciation to Mike Alfieri. Look, I want to let you guys know real quick, just a little quick disclaimer. Have I been streaming a lot lately? Yes. Will I continue to? Yes. If you don't like streams, dip. It's all right. It's all good. I understand that. Am I still going to be making breakdowns? Yes. I was just working on run before this stream, and I'm going to continue after this stream. I I typically do like 1 hour streams, and I'm gonna be doing them a lot more often because it's just what the algorithm wants. And if I'm gonna be on YouTube, then that's just the way I gotta do it. If at some point I end up on Hulu or something like that, then things could be different and I could do whatever I want. But actually I don't even know why I put it that way. It's like sometimes I talk about it because I think other people want the breakdowns, and maybe I feel like they don't appreciate the live streams. But honestly, the live streams have become my favorite thing. So I finally am doing what I want on YouTube. So if you only like the breakdowns, then just keep looking at the channel and eventually you'll see one. But I'm gonna be streaming in the meantime. Stinky Bacon! Grandmaster, who's winning between Moreno and Figgy? Moreno. It's actually very insulting to Moreno that they're doing this trilogy. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think it's very disrespectful that they're going through this effort to try to make it look like, oh, maybe the first 2 times was an accident, because anybody who knows anything knows that Moreno won the first fight as well. Moreno getting a draw in that first fight is like Mero and Valentina not getting the win the second time around. I'm not even going to talk about the first fights. We don't have time today. I'm not even going to talk about the first Valentina Nunes fight. I'm not even going to talk about the first Mero Whitaker fight. It's not important to me. I know how I feel. I know my stance on it. I'm not going to get into it right now. But I think what we can all agree on is that first Moreno Figueroa fight is the same as the second Nunes Valentina and the second Mero Whitaker. I think we can at least all agree on that one. I think it's disrespectful, and I don't think they should be doing it. And I know I don't always see eye to eye with a lot of the other voices and commentators and stuff like that in the community, but I think like everybody agrees on this one. And I even kind of heard other people saying the same thing. Like, we already know how it's going to come out. I don't know why they're doing it. But yeah, Moreno, definitely all day. And I think it's very interesting today, the things that we have to talk about, because Jake Paul has been dominating the news cycle, okay? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that right now. I'm just letting you know for context. Jake Paul has been dominating the cycle. I let you know every time I stream, hey, sorry, but am I going to talk about what's the most popular thing in the news or what? Am I going to talk about what's actually trending, what's actually the things that everybody wants to hear about, even though they don't want to admit it? Am I actually going to talk about the biggest views and the biggest events, or am I just going to pretend so I could seem like a Puritan, like an MMA Puritan, and talk about like the rankings and like who's at the top, but like nobody even really knows most of their names? Devon Holland, thank you for supporting. Jake Paul went from being at the top of the headlines to who? I mean, what a community that we have. What a community we have, this UFC / boxing / combat sports, whatever community, the umbrella, whatever. We are living in a stimulation. I'm here to tell you. And I don't mind it. I'm very stimulated right now. We went from talking about Jake Paul every single day. We got all these fighters, all these champions, all these contenders. We talking about Jake Paul. And I know I'm guilty of it. But that's what's been the big thing. I mean, you guys want to leave here? You get mad at me? Go to Chael Sonnen's channel. Who's he talking about all the time? Jake Paul. Chael Sonnen finally put respect on Jake Paul's name too. It's not hating anymore. Like, you can't run from it. At some point, you got to look at what's actually happening. And we went from Jake Paul dominating the combat sports news cycle to who? What a community we have. Ariel Helwani. We went from Jake Paul to Ariel Helwani. And I know there's other stuff. I know you could put UFC in Google. Yeah, you're going to see other stuff. But what's the biggest thing all over everything today? All over the social media? All over the articles? All over the Google searches? All over the YouTube MMA videos? It's Ariel Helwani's beef. We got all these monsters, all these beasts, all these contenders. How does Joe Rogan say it? That's the assassins. We got all these fools out here. Everyone wants to talk about Jake Paul, and then when they're not, they're talking about Ariel Helwani. Rayo 9201, thank you so much. Dude, GM, all this confidence Ariel has been having lately, it's got me wondering, are you giving the nose privates in the way of Mexican martial arts? Nah. Thank you, dude. I'm not. I don't know where he's getting this from. I don't know where it's coming from. It's like that Spider-Man Venom thing. I don't even know if he has control of it, the whole Helwani situation. And I know that he's like real hard. He's a WWF head, you know, and that's something like, you know, as much as I don't as much as me and that fool are at odds and stuff like that, that's something that, like, you know, we have in common. And I don't know if that fool's just trying not to break kayfabe or what. I don't know if that fool's just like, he's doing his thing and like on the low, on the text messages, it's only business or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell what that fool's doing. I just think it's very interesting and it's pretty funny that with all these different fights, all these different events, all these different champions, we're talking about Jake Paul. Everyone wants to say it's a joke, but that's all everybody keeps talking about. And then we're talking about Ariel Helwani. And of all people, I mean, he's not beefing with Brock Lesnar. He's not beefing with John Jones. He's not even beefing with Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, like, we could go for, I mean, big dudes, monsters, TRT, ladies, it doesn't even matter. Like, the beast of the beast, whatever kind of ranking or category you want to go into. He's beefing with Dillon Danis. What an insult to the community. David Capico. How about this community was talking in the Discord today about how folks in there have helped motivate. Oh, snap, 15 pounds. You lost 15 pounds in the last few months. Clear proof that Mexican martial arts works. That's what I'm telling you. Get off of that McGregor fast. It's too slow. You got to get on that Mexican martial arts Discord. I know what you're thinking. How do I get into the Discord? You have to be a patron or a YouTube member. I'm sorry, but I have to be able to give something back to the people that give in that specific way. I have to be able to give something. So if you want to lose 15 pounds in a few months, like David Capico, you know how to do it. Hey, yeah, definitely Mike Alfieri. Congratulations to David Capico. That's a big deal right there. Oh, Mike Alfieri lost 15 pounds himself. Zach Hughes, I used to play and sing Grow Old With You. I used to play and sing Grow Old With You from the wedding singer to my wife back in the day. I know he is old. Hey, but do you still let her hold the remote control though? Oh, that's bad. And I love that movie. That's very sweet, Zach Hughes. That's very sweet. I'm imagining you playing that song right now. You should put that on your Instagram. I would love that. That's such a good song. It's such a good song. I remember I always wanted to do that. Like when I saw that movie, I always thought someday I want to sing a song like that to a lady on the airplane, but I'm afraid of airplanes. So it's probably never going to happen. Plus, Marilena, yeah. Anyway, hey, speaking of weight loss, Marilena was doing this New Year's thing with some of her friends, this weight loss thing. She lost some weight. She lost a little bit of weight, and look it. I thought it was a compliment. Tell me if this was a compliment or not. Tell me, objective audience. All right, let me know. And she said something like, "How did she?" She asked some kind of question or whatever. It was like picking my beanie about it, and I said something that I thought was a compliment. I thought it was a compliment, but now that I'm thinking about it, way back in there, I don't know if I don't know if I was sabotaging myself or what. But I said something along the lines of, look, I know it sounds kind of bad now, but in the moment, I thought it was a compliment. I said something, I'm paraphrasing here, but it was something like, it's working. I could see your jawline again. I could see your jaw again. And I thought she was going to be like, oh, good, it's working. And she didn't like it. She got mad. And I was like, what? I was like, but we're here now. I can see it now. And she was like, that means when, and every time you give a lady a compliment, that's how it goes down. Like if I say, oh, you look good today, or you smell good today, or that means I was gross yesterday? Or, no, I mean, what am I supposed to say? We're right here today, here and now. Like right now is what matters. So I was trying to give a compliment right now. Like you put that work, yeah, I could see bones again, and she got mad. I don't know. But I don't know if your lady's ever on See, that's what I'm saying. Alvaro agrees with me. Cold-blooded. That's not. I meant it as a compliment. So if your lady ever does that, just keep it wrapped, keep it locked up. Don't even try to compliment her because she's gonna take it the wrong way. She's gonna take it the wrong way. Jane Caulfield says you can't win with complimenting the ladies. I thought I would say, if somebody told me something like that, I'd be like, yes, that's why I've been putting work in. I feel good now. I guess our brains don't work the same way. You know what else happened? For real, I thought Marilena was gonna leave me the other day, like gone. Because she came in here, and look it, I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna get to my topics right now. I'm gonna show you something. We're 16 minutes in. We got about 30. How good is my math? 30, no, 40, not 30, 40, 44 minutes to go. Look it. I'm gonna show you something right now, and I want to see if you could tell what it is. Because Marilena walked into this room and she didn't know what it was. And she got kind of freaked out. And she was already going to call Dateline on me or something like that because she didn't know what was up. I'm going to show it to you, and I want to see if you could tell me what you're looking at. All right? And I know some of you will. Check it out. So Marilena had never seen this before. She walks into my room and she sees this laying on the floor. Never said a word to her about it. She never seen it. She has no basis for comparison. She doesn't know what this is, all right? She walks into the room. I'm on my computer. She's just staring at this, just deadlock stare with this thing. Now I want you to tell me, what is this? Tell me what you think it is. What does this look like? If you had to say, I think that's what that's supposed to be, what is it? Thank you. Thank you. That's what's up. Look at. Yeah, this is my community right here. That's what I thought. Yeah. Adam Jeremy, thank you for joining the YouTube membership. Now you have access to the Discord. You're about to lose 15 pounds, Adam Jeremy. You're about to lose 15 pounds. I'm about to find that jawline. Yes. So everybody's saying it. Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior. So look it. See, look it. If Marilena, this is what I tried to tell her. Like, hey, Marilena, look it. If you would have just turned the bear around, if you would just turn him around, everything would have been fine. It would have been all good if you would have just, give it the benefit of the doubt, That's all you had to do, just a little rotation. Ultimate Warrior. Anybody could see it. So look it. I don't know if you guys remember these from back in the day. Hey, I'm gonna take you back right now. Do you remember these from when you would eat honeycombs? Do you remember these little things that would come in the box? These little strap things you can make like bracelets? When I was little, I was trying to decorate this fool, and I put these on myself. So that's why it looks a little extra. Like, what's that? It looks like a kind of homemade. Like, is this like a voodoo thing or what? I put these on. I put these on right here. You know what? To be honest, look, I'm gonna show you something right now that's gonna kind of bring it all together. But I'm wondering right now, like, how did this even get on? This just looks like something that came from like Party City or something, but like back in the day, like Kmart or something. Oh, no. Okay. I was thinking maybe my mom just found a random bear and she just tied this stuff on. But no, look it. I never even saw this before. It says right here, registered trademark 1990, Titan Sports, Ultimate Warrior, all that stuff right here. So I guess it really was supposed to be Ultimate Warrior, but these are from the honeycombs. You remember that? You remember David Capico? Taking me back, right? I'm nostalgic. So look it. I'm gonna give you some more. This is the one that she was focusing on. This is the one that she was most concerned about. But I'm gonna show you something because look it. I'm a hoarder. All right, I've told you this before. Legitimately a hoarder. I'm not playing. anything that I ever made contact with from my childhood, if I touched it, if I looked upon it, I still got it. So I was going through some old things the other day, some storage and stuff like that. This room, I couldn't even, like, everything was as high as the piano. I couldn't even, it was like amazing here. I barely cleaned it this morning. I was supposed to stream at 9 a.m. today, PST. So I cleaned, but look at, so this is the one that she was the most focused on. This is the one that she was looking. I don't know why I did that right now. I don't know why I did that. Adam Jeremy, Master Jesse, I watch a ton of MMA content, but yours is by far the best, homie. I'm about to lose 15 pounds. That's what's up right there. That's the mindset. Thank you so much, Adam Jeremy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of MMA content out there, so that means a lot to me. Thank you very much, Adam Jeremy. So look, I'm going to show you the other one. This is the one that she was focused on, but my room was a mess and there was more. If you didn't know the Warrior and saw a poster of him on your homie's wall, you have questions. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Hey, now that I think of it, yeah, serio, with this whole thing, like, yeah, definitely, all his little, man, that fool wore a lot of tassels. Now that I think about it, yeah. Well, look it. So she came into the room and she saw this, but I also had Macho Man. So she sees this fool with the do-rag and his shorts half down. Look, you see, this was an accident right here. This is like storage mishaps and stuff like that. She saw his chonies down, and then she saw the Hulk Hogan. She's like, what the? This fool has like the Bear Village people in his room? I mean, if you just see this and you don't know who Hulk Hogan is, that like a low-budget Winnie the Pooh or what? So she walks into the Grandmaster's room and she sees this and she's about to call the cops. She's about to call the cops. So we had to have a long conversation. Everything's good now. It's all good now. But for those of you wondering, where's Macho Man? He's right here. He went through changes. He went through a little transformation. He's all right now. He went through the metamorphosis. CJ. Thank you so much for joining the YouTube membership. You're about to lose 15 pounds as well. Even if you don't want to, I'm sorry about that. It's part of the deal. I knew the corner was full of teddies. Hey, cancer, it was just like that. I don't know. It was like storage getting stuck in bins and stuff like that. I'm not sure. But look, I want to get back to what I was saying. I think it's very interesting being in this combat sports community. Fighting, animals, cages, warriors. And we're talking about Ariel Helwani. And what the point that I was getting to, it'd be crazy if it was like, imagine Ariel Helwani beefing with Sean Strickland. Imagine Ariel Helwani beefing with, I don't know, Brian Ortega. Imagine Ariel Helwani beefing with Sean Buckley. I don't know. But of all people, he's beefing with Dillon Danis. Another Jake Paul type of fool that everybody wants to laugh out of the community. Everybody wants to make fun of. Everybody thinks of it as a joke. So the thing that's always dominated the headlines is Jake Paul. The thing that the person everybody always says they hate, he's a clown, get him out of here, he's a joke. He gets cycled out by Ariel Helwani, who's beefing with another joke. What's up with this community? Everyone's always crying, saying, let's stop talking about these clowns. Why are they the biggest thing then? Is everybody finally going to get on board? Boy, look, here's my confession right here. These are my confessions. Just one I said. I don't remember how the rest goes. E513, dude, hilarious. I appreciate that. I'm doing nothing but giving you my real life right here. I almost ended my relationship. With these fools right here. So I'm just giving it to you straight. I'm just talking about my life right now. Fools are laughing at me. I'm just talking about reality. Rayo 9201, thank you for joining the. Everybody wants to lose weight today. Everyone's about to lose 15 pounds. I can't access the Discord link on your profile. Oh, okay. Look at. How can I do this? Look at. Here's what. How do I find it? Let me do something real quick. I want to make sure I got you. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I'm going to go to my community tab. So no one was going to tell me that Bob Saget died or what? This better be like one of those stupid Joe Rogan things. Did Bob Saget die for real? Bob Saget, he died? When did this happen? Oh my gosh. How did it happen? It say something that they found him in a Florida hotel room. That sounds sketchy already. Did he do something? Did he do it? No signs of foul play or drug use. The medical examiner would decide the cause of death. The only silver lining to Bob Saget passing away is that Adam Sandler's finally going to post on Instagram again. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't think I ever heard a single stand-up comedy act from Bob Saget. I didn't watch any of those weird movies that he was in. But I'm telling you, I grew up on Full House. I grew up on Full House. That was my guy. That's America's Funniest Home Videos. You should have seen how I took it when I heard about Betty White. Good thing I wasn't streaming that day. Someone says, chill, homie. We have Brendan Shaw. Ronnie, get out. Get out, Ronnie. Go. I'm going to just have to push it down right now. I'm going to have to repress it right now. I can't. The show must go on. Adam Jeremy, I hope you're still there. The show must go on. Danny Tanner. Stupid Danny Tanner. What did you do, Danny Tanner? Look, I got you real quick. I just want to make sure everybody that's on the YouTube membership, I just want you to know that it's going to be there later when you go to look at it. I'm going to post the link again right now. Look at boom. Whenever you're ready, hopefully you wait till the stream is over unless you can open a new tab so you don't have to dip on the stream. All channel members. There we go. Post. So everybody that's a YouTube member, whether you signed up back in the day or barely today, the very first post, the latest post on my community tab right now, just go to my YouTube channel and then up at the top, click on community. My community page will come up. There's the Discord link. Just click on that and it'll take you to the Discord. And that's where you can lose 15 pounds right away with the quickness. It's happening to everybody. Nick Names says, GM, we got Bisping in Bob's memory. He wow. What? We got Bisping in Bob's memory. Is Bisping a comedian or what? What do you mean we got Bisping? You mean as he's better than Schaub? Bisping's a funny guy. He's naturally funny. Anyway, I thought it was very interesting. I wanted to address it today. I thought it was very interesting that Ariel Helwani is at the top of all the news today, and he's beefing with someone like Dillon Danis. And then on top of that, Ariel's just trying to get back to work. He's like, all right, let me focus. Let me reset. Let me get back to what I need to do. He starts trying to hit up Giga Chikadze. He's like, hey, fool, come on the show. Let's talk about your next fights. And then Giga starts beefing with Ariel. And he's like, nah, fool. He called him. He said that he was like, he started trash talk, like schoolyard trash talk type of stuff. He was saying, nah, fool, you're like a girl that you just like to gossip and start crying about stuff and like to do online Twitter drama. He's like, I don't want to go on your show. So he started beefing with Ariel. So that's a beef that could give Ariel's credit some name, but I haven't seen if he came back yet. I haven't seen if Ariel came back with anything. That's going to tell us a lot right there, because you could beef with someone like Dillon Danis all day. That's a different kind of thing right there. But you start beefing with Giga Chikadze. Let me see if Ariel said anything back. That fool's probably on hush mode right now. Man, that fool tweets so much, I can't even, I don't know how far down I have to scroll. It's probably not worth it. But he was trying to get Giga on the show. And Giga's like, Charlie, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm over here trying to get past this Bob Saget news, and then Ariel's posting about it. Well, anyway, Giga, look, here's the weird thing. Here's how it all comes back around in a very interesting way. Ariel's just trying to beef with Dillon Danis. No threat there. You know, not a big deal. Then he's trying to get back to work, hits up Giga. Giga's beefing with him. He's like, nah, fool, you're lame. I don't want to go on your show. But Giga is trying to pick a fight with Volkanovski because Max Holiday had to drop out. He had like a Twitch tournament coming up or something like that. He's like, I'll get you on the next one. So Volkanovski needs a new dance partner. Giga's like, let's do it. Volkanovski's like, nah. Who does he want to fight instead? He wants to fight Korean Zombie, who currently is nursing a shoulder tear. That fool's injured. He's injured. I don't even know how the UFC is entertaining this. I don't know how they haven't already shut it down. Volkanovski is saying no to the threat that is Giga Chikadze, and he's trying to fight an injured Zombie. He's trying to fight the fool whose shoulder isn't acting right now. That doesn't look good. He's coming off some really solid wins. He's looking good right now. I don't know how we say no to Chikadze. Chikadze is one of those fools kind of like Chimaev, where it's like, don't even look at the number. You know the name is there. You know that the hype is there. You know that the streak is there. You know, whatever it is, just respect that. Respect the work. We already know right now the rankings don't mean anything. All of a sudden, they're going to mean something? They don't mean anything to anybody. They don't mean anything to the matchmakers. They don't mean anything to Dana White. And it's getting to the point, I think they finally became the majority, that it doesn't matter to the fans either. Fans want to see BMF type of, they want to see the Nate Diaz versus the Masvidals, even though it doesn't make sense. Even what do you rank? I don't care. I just want to see the fools go at it. It's starting to get, that's the majority now. And I know a lot of the people don't like that because they want to keep it pure. But that's the point that we're getting to as a whole. So it doesn't make the most sense for Volkanovski to say no to Giga. What it will make Volkanovski look like, if he say yes to Giga, it'll make him look like a beast. People start calling that fool a GOAT already just by taking that, because they know how crazy of a decision that is. And then if you beat him, I mean, what else is there even before him? What else is there even for him to tackle right there? I mean, unless Cejudo comes back and handles business, what else is he going to do? So we got on, let me see. He already beat Ortega. He already beat Holiday. We got Rodriguez in third, Korean in fourth, Calvin Kattar in fifth, Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen, Giga. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Chikadze passes Arnold Allen, Emmett, Kattar. I think Chikadze will strike that fool all night long. All night long. I think Chikadze, yeah, no doubt. It's only a matter of time. Volkanovski could nip it in the bud right now, but he's not brave. What's he gonna do? He's gonna the rematch with Ortega? The rematch with Holiday? It's the same thing as Moreno and Figueiredo at this point. Fight the injuries. Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lauren and Load. Lauren and Load, I didn't think I was going to be using this today. Lauren and Load, I didn't think I was going to be using this today. Lauren and Load. Grandmaster, this message is long overdue. You fulfilled the cameo request I made for my lady for the holidays and went above and beyond, putting so much love and care into it. You helped create an unforgettable gift for a true fan, and you're worth so much more than you request. Lauren and Lowe. Man. Oh, man. Are you you're the one? Are you the one with the lady that likes cats? She likes the one that eats the chopstick. Is that you, Lauren and Load? I don't know if that's you. I think that's you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you. I do enjoy very much doing the cameos. It's a little way that I could be personal and have fun with it and just make a connection that otherwise would never be possible. Um, Thank you so much for going on there. I mean, I'm just doing my part. If you go on there and ask me to do it, then I'm just doing my part. So I have to thank you for even coming on there and even wanting me to do it. I can't even tell you how thankful I am. That's crazy. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy to do it. I'm glad that it made a good memory. That makes me very happy to hear. I'm so glad to be able to be a part of that for you. Thank you very much for considering me for it and for having me do it. Thank you. That's gonna drive me crazy, Lauren and Load. I want to know which one it is now. Oh, you might be talking about. Oh, okay. I don't know if I should expose on here because something was said on the wraps. Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren and Load. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And what the heck was that? I got a weird email right now. I can't even. I tell you guys all the time. My email is like a spam closet lately. I sometimes I get excited. I think I get a good email, and it's spam. Once you get to a certain point, everybody starts spamming you, and I can't even. My email's a disaster now. I can't even like. I have to start a new email. Chef X Hyrule, Lord and Lowell, what are you doing? Do you know how much Gucci GM's gonna buy now? Never, never. I will never be rocking the Gucci. I will never be rocking the Gucci. Um, no, don't even trip. You already know. I got this on deck at all times. Someone like Lauren Lowe coming through like that, I got this on deck. Um, that okay, good, Lauren Lowe. That's the one. Okay, okay. All right. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. That one took me by surprise because I was like, I thought I knew you. Okay. Thank you so much, Lauren and Lowe. Thank you. This household appreciate you. Your content's always welcome and greatly. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm humbled. That's very nice. Um. Oh snap. Okay, I got a little bit of time. Um. So that was my headline right there. I thought it was funny because everybody's always crying about Jake Paul. They don't want him on the scene. Okay, let's talk about Ariel then. You want to talk about Ariel beefing instead? You want to talk about putting Ariel on the card? So now he's beefing with Dillon Danis. Okay, that's embarrassing. That's pathetic. Okay, then let's talk to Giga. Giga don't want to talk to you, but he wants to fight Volkanovski. Volkanovski doesn't want to fight him. He wants to fight the injured fool. That's also pathetic. It's not looking good right now for combat sports. Everybody's running. You got people beefing that normally you wouldn't want to see, but it is the drama. So here's what I was getting to. I like it. I talk about how it's interesting. I talk about how it's funny, how it's ironic and stuff like that. But what do I like? What is a Grandmaster like? I like the freak show. I love to see Ariel Helwani beefing with Dillon Danis and then Giga doesn't want to go on his show. He calls it lame. I love that. I would rather watch that than Brock and Kane all day. I want to see Ariel get slapped around. I want to see Dillon Danis get slapped around. I'm all for that equal opportunity slapping. I like to see that weird stuff. I don't want to just see the fool in the... I mean, it takes me back. It's in my DNA. I talk about it all the time. I don't want to just see Mankind and The Rock right there in the ring. I want to see him backstage. I want to see The Rock slamming Mankind's face into like some macaroni backstage. That's what we were there for. I don't want to just see Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker in the ring. I want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin driving over that fool with the truck. And then The Undertaker buries him. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see, I don't know, Stipe Muchacho and Nogano in the cage again. I want to see John Jones hit Nogano with his car. That's what I want to see. Now, of course, I don't want nobody to get hurt. You know, they got to figure out a way to manipulate it so that we could just enjoy it as the viewers and everybody's safe, you know. Maybe a couple stitches here and there. Like, let's, you know, give us something, earn the money, you know. But for the most part, I think deep down inside, that's what we really want. So I'm here for the freak show. I'm happy to see Ariel beefing with fools. And since I am mentioning Jake Paul, let's get back. Okay, Jake Paul's a clown. Nobody likes him. He's a joke. Nobody wants to hear about him. Get out of the community. But then he keeps winning. He's undefeated. And he keeps knocking people out, knocking out 5-time UFC champions. Okay. And now Bellator wants him. And Dana White said he'll never be in the UFC. But he's actually going to fight in the PFL and debut in 2022. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Is that real? Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Everybody said, well, why don't you get in the MMA cage then? Why don't you do an MMA fight? He's going to do it now. This is what I was talking about the last couple episodes when I was like, okay, when people are saying, well, when he does this and that and this and that, then I'll take him serious. Okay, well, he's doing this and that and this and that now. What's left to say? Is it just like a contrarian kind of thing, or is it like actual, like logical points? What is it? Because I know what it sounds like to me. Because he's in a fight now. He's going to MMA now. He's going to debut in the PFL. Well, how come he's not doing Bellator? If he was any better than that, because he wants to hold on to his branding. Bellator wanted to take some of the rights and some of the image type stuff, and they wanted him to come up with a new nickname, and he was going to have to dress with a certain kind of sponsorship. He's like, no, I don't want to do it like that. And then I guess the PFL has a lot of like media savvy, tech savvy kind of stuff and TikTok, this and that. And Jake Paul is like, that's more up my alley. I have more freedom in PFL. I could like transcend this stuff in that arena. I want to go that route. PFL, all that kicking and stuff. You fools thought he was just training in a garage with Cub Swanson? Charlie. Nah. He's training. He's training. He's really training. He didn't just go to Big Five or something like that. He didn't pass with the homie. He's training. And he's not done. You might have heard of a little place called AKA, where not only the 2-division champion Daniel Comer came from, but the GOAT, Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm getting excited. Jake Paul is going to start training at AKA, where they breed champions. They come with paperwork. They're purebred. You think Javier plays? He's going to turn that fool into a machine. Jane Caulfield. Jane Caulfield. In this house, we all watch Grandmaster on multiple devices to get those views up. Thank you so much, Jane Caulfield household. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Hey, Adam Jeremy, thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I hope you have a good time at work and that you have some fun in that Discord. But Jake Paul's not playing. He's going to be in the PFL. He's going to be training at AKA. And what was it about his wrestling? Oh, yeah, that he's a Division I wrestler. Everyone's talking about, well, he just got hands. All he has is the hands, just boxing. If you put him in a cage, he's going to die. What's the thing that people always say is the best MMA base that everybody should have? Oh, yeah, it's wrestling. It's wrestling. And what division was Division One? He was a Division One wrestler. Oh snap! So he's a Division One wrestler. The thing that people always say you need to have as the number one base for MMA. And he's also got hands because he's knocking out 5-time UFC champ. Oh snap! So he's got the hands, he's got the wrestling. That sounds dangerous, yeah. But he's a clown. He should get out of the community. Oh wait, hold up. I'm being illogical right now, and I'm kind of being a hypocrite. I mean, what are we doing? Here's what I do think is funny. Here's what I do think is hilarious, and I kind of hope happens and will be pretty amazing if. You know how he was in boxing and he kept calling out like non-boxers and he was calling out like MMA fighters. I think it's funny if he goes to MMA and he starts calling out boxers. That would be funny. Now, I know that all that would do is give people grounds to make fun of him even more. And I'm on that track right now where I trying to want him to get like a little bit more of that legitimacy because I want fools to stop crying. But like I said last time, I'm kind of on the fence about it because I also don't want fools to stop crying because I want to be the only one continuously being able to say, I told you so. You should have stopped doubting and hating. But I do think it would be hilarious if he debuted in MMA and called out a boxer because that fool's just still never fighting who he's supposed to be fighting. That would be funny. I don't know. Probably. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to cut weight. I would think middleweight. He seems to be someone that kind of prides himself on being big, on the big side. He likes to get big and likes to talk about I'm big and this guy's little and this and that. I could see him wanting to go the middleweight route. Oh yeah, they both wrestled. I don't know who was I think I had heard or read or something one time that supposedly Logan was the better wrestler, but they both wrestled. Yeah, there's videos and stuff of it. There's footage of Jake wrestling. I actually put it in one of my videos one time. There's a bunch of pictures and there's a little bit of footage. But I don't know the rankings of the PFL good enough to know what kind of trouble he'd be in at middleweight over there. I'm not sure. He wrestled somewhere in Ohio. I mean, it was Division One in Ohio, you know, so that's the thing right there. Yeah, I mean, people got to remember there's divisions in different because I think I saw somewhere that someone say he's a high school wrestler. So yeah, there's divisions in high school as well. So he might have been the greatest Division One wrestler of all time in high school. You know, it's not the same thing as college, so I don't know. And then Kobe Covington and Masvidal supposedly gonna fight. They want the fireworks to go off. They're teasing to do it on July 4th. Masvidal saying that he wants to do it. Covington hasn't responded as far as I know. I saw a thumbnail. Chael Sonnen said that he's not interested in that fight. He doesn't want it. But I wasn't interested in watching his video. So I don't know what his reason was. But I'm excited to watch it. I don't know why anybody wouldn't be excited to watch it. I mean, just the drama alone, the beef alone, the animosity, I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, as far as right now, let's see. In the rankings, Covington is like what number? Oh, he's number 1. And Masvidal 6. So I could see maybe Chael's point is Masvidal so far down the rankings. Let's respect the rankings. Let's give Covington to like Edwards or something like that. Everyone always feels sorry for Edwards, or maybe Chael's like throw the full bone or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of. Otherwise, why wouldn't we want to see Masvidal and Covington? The only other reason I could think of is because obviously Covington is going to brutalize that fool. I mean, people argue to this day that Covington was winning and ahead of points in the first fight against Usman, and that he was ahead and should have won, or at least got a draw in the second fight. I don't really care enough to give my take on that. I never really looked in the round by round and the points and stuff like that. But I'm just saying there's enough people out there saying that for both of those fights that I think most people who are clear-minded could come to the conclusion that Colby Covington would just murder Masvidal, like in no uncertain terms. Like, we could all agree on that, right? We could all agree on that. Yeah. I mean, I actually happen to be quite proficient in MMA math, so you could trust me. Like, when I come to this conclusion, I'm really schooled in MMA math. It's one of my best subjects. MMA math and band. But I can't wait to see that, because I just want to see. And I know it's a little bit hypocritical, because I was talking about that's why Gaethje and Chandler was not the fight of the year. And if you haven't seen my video that I released like on December 30th or 31st about why Gaethje versus Chandler was not look, I got 279 people in here right now. Everyone you is very important to me for this reason right now. I all want you to watch that video. As far as I'm confirmed, that's one of the videos I'm most proud of that I've ever made in my life. You might watch it and think it's garbage, but don't tell me, because I watched. I did see it, but when I made that video, I couldn't possibly be more proud of it. That's one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. So if you haven't seen the video that I released on like the last day of the year about why Gaethje and Chandler was not the fight of the year, I urge you to go watch it after this stream in about 4 minutes. All right, that would mean a lot to me. But I want to see it, because I know it's a little bit hypocritical, because the reasons that I want to watch that fight are the same reasons why I said Gaethje versus Chandler was not the fight of the year. It's a rock'em sock'em. And it's like WWF, it's the same thing that I keep addressing. When you see that beef, when you see that animosity, when you see the grudge after a while, you want to see the conclusion. You want some closure, you know? That friendship that went bad, we want to see it. Chef X Hyro, am I the only one that sees Leon beating Usman? I could see it. I think fighters are starting to get with Usman the way they were with Khabib, the way a lot of them were with John Jones. Not his last few fights, because the last few fights that John Jones won, John Jones lost, because people started to see the holes and they weren't afraid of him anymore. And other people like Ronda Rousey in her heyday, that thing has started to happen with Usman and other fighters where they've already lost going in and they're already afraid. And it's funny when you see them fighting and you know the capabilities of the other fighter, and it's like, fool, you could beat him. And look, I don't want to be one of those back row fighters, you know, up in the nosebleeds trying to tell the fool how to handle his business. I know it sounds lame when you see someone talking like that, like, oh, fool, you do it better. You know, when you're watching on the screen, you're like, hey, fool, why didn't you throw the right there? Hey, why didn't you throw the uppercut? It's so obvious. I can see from here. You know, I don't want to sound like that. But the last few fights, when you see Usman and you know the capability, you know, it's different when you're the fool on the couch. You're like, I would just do this. I would just do that. Look, I'm trying to come at it from a different perspective right now. I'm saying when you know the capabilities of his opponent and you're just putting respect on that opponent's name and you're talking about what he could do. And I'm like, fool, I know why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And Usman's getting tired and he's getting impatient. He's throwing haymakers. Why don't you come in straight? Why don't you duck under? Why don't you take him down? There's so many holes that fool has, because everybody has them. Nobody's perfect except Khabib, but everybody has them. So when you see what Edwards did to someone like Diaz, and not that Diaz is the most proficient fighter at the moment or for the last several years, it's very easy to be like, yeah, I could definitely see Leon beating that fool with that composure that he has, with that consistency, with his pacing, with his distance. I could definitely see it, because Usman gets frustrated. So someone like McGregor, someone like Rousey, someone like Nunes, those are the most obvious names right now. When they get frustrated, someone like Ferguson, when they get frustrated, when someone starts doing well against them, they crumble. They go into panic mode. They fall apart. That just happens with fighters like that. With Usman, he doesn't do that, but he gets real sloppy. Usman doesn't crumble like those other fighters, but he gets very, very sloppy. And I could see someone with the composure, the distance, the cleanliness and technique of Edwards that's not just going to go in there and rock him, sock him, that's not going to put his head down and swing. I could see him beating Usman. Because I think a lot of the other fools that went in there against Usman, and it feels like even more because fools keep fighting him. When Usman goes in, when Covington goes in there against him, when Masvidal goes in there against him, when other people, because he tends to get people mad at him. Things get emotional. People just want to take his head off. But I could see Edwards being very, very composed. The Bros Paul. The Bros Paul. What? Oh, snap. You watch me more than Hulu. It's only fair to tip. Hilarious content and great insights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ironically, I've been trying to get on Hulu, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't know if that would ever work because I wouldn't be able to. I don't know how I'd be able to have, like, they would just have to just say, like, here is your check and you never have to talk to us or deal with us and we'll never tell you what to do. Otherwise, I would never be able to work with the network because everybody just is so emotional and cries about everything and doesn't want you to say anything because someone else might cry about it. So it's like, I don't think I could even YouTube is like that. I don't even know how I'm still on here. Thank you so much, Bros Paul. I appreciate it. And then I know a lot of people like Fiziev. A lot of people are excited about that fool. And he was calling out RDA. He's like, hey, Rafa against Rafa. Who's it going to be? Who's going to come out on top? And he finally got it. He finally got it. They're going to be fighting on February 19th, it looks like. Fiziev is number 11 and RDA is number 6. That's a big deal right there. Which is weird. I think they're definitely treating RDA like a gatekeeper because he lost 4 out of his last 6. And Fiziev is on a 5-fight winning streak, and he doesn't look like he's stopping anytime soon. And to be honest, RDA looked like he stopped a long time ago. And Fiziev being at 11 and RDA being at 6, look, I don't even understand if you understand the percussions of this. Let's take a moment right here. Fiziev is at 11 right now. If he beats Dos Anjos, now I know it doesn't work like this. But let's look at who's between Dos Anjos and Fiziev right now. Tony Ferguson, Dan Hooker, Conor McGregor, and Gillespie. Let's just be hopeful. Fiziev destroys Dos Anjos and just swaps with them. Just swaps spots. And he goes to number 6. He's up there all of a sudden with Chandler, Makachev, Dariush, Poirier, Gaethje, Oliveira. He's right there. He's right there with the Showtime boys, the highlight boys. This is a gigantic fight for Fiziev that he's going to win. He's not losing this fight. The referee has a better chance of winning this fight than Dos Anjos. It's not going to happen. Fiziev is going to leapfrog over a few fools right here, and he's going to be up there with the guys. Now, it doesn't matter. Let me remind you that the rankings don't matter because number 9, Conor McGregor is going to fight the champion in, I don't know, a few months. So let's keep in mind that the rankings don't matter, but it's still very interesting that this is a big moment for Fiziev. And I just wanted to talk about it because I know a lot of fools are on that Fiziev train right now. This is a sad day. Matt Buscos, Aljo Birinyan, who agrees? Hey, you're played. You're played. I think I can't agree, but I know you're playing, so I love it. It's a sad day. I didn't know. I don't even know, to be honest, what day did he pass away? What day did he pass away? Was it today? January 9th. So it was yesterday. All right. Mr. Saget, who was on tour, had performed on Saturday night at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, southeast of Jacksonville. In a tweet early on Sunday, he thanked the appreciative audience. Daniel Grubelik, Jesse, dentist told him to stop eating whole lemons. So he whipped out his pocket lemon and squirted that fool in the eye. My pocket lemon. Hey, I love lemons too much. I'm telling you, this water that I'm drinking, it's got lemon in it. You know it's got that pulp in it. I squeezed a bunch of lemons into this thing. So look, hey, this stream, today's stream, I know you're probably supposed to say it at the beginning, but I didn't know. Today's stream dedicated to the homie Bob Saget. And if you're gonna act like that fool wasn't a big part of your life, don't even stop lying to yourself. I'm telling you, I know there's a lot of us in here right now that grew up on that Full House, grew up on America's Funniest Videos. I know Norm Macdonald. It wasn't that long ago. It was a couple weeks ago. I was watching this video of Bob Saget, all emotional, talking about how he lost Norm, how he loved him so much. Now this guy. Shout out, dedication to RIP to Bob Saget, the homie. You know what's the most ironic thing about this? Whatever happened to predictability? You know, I would have never seen this coming. This was the farthest thing from predictable on this Monday morning. Rayo 9201. Yo, Jim, what is the decision you make? What is the one decision you make as Dana White for the UFC in 2022? Thank you so much, Rayo 9201. What's one decision that you would make? If I was Dana White, what decision would I make for the UFC in 2022? Man, I'm trying not to say something boring, but it's my answer. It's my true, honest answer. And it might be ignorant, it might be crazy, it might be impossible, but I will put the fighters on salaries. I'll put them on salaries. You got the NBA doing it, MLB, NFL, NHL, like everything else you could think of, but the fools that are trying to murder each other, doing the most dangerous stuff, I will put them on salaries. And that would make me have to look at things differently as a president. Because I would have to say, okay, I'm going to put all you guys on salaries. You deserve it. You work hard. You're putting your life in danger. You're putting your lives on the line. You got families. You got wives. You got kids. You got husbands. You got people that need you to be safe, that care about your well-being. I'm going to take care of you. And as a president, I would then have to say, now I got to make wise choices. Because I can't just bring in every single person left and right. If I can't afford to pay you salary, I'm not going to bring you in. But everyone just wants to say that they train UFC, that they're desperate, and they jump in there. So he could take advantage of that because of the name. But I will be like, I'm going to pay you salary. If I can't afford to pay you salary, I'm not even going to tease you then. When I can afford you, then I'll bring you in. That's that. I wish I had a more exciting answer, but that's the answer for me right there. I think they deserve it. I think that it would allow them to live better lives. They'd be much happier. They wouldn't always have that stomach feeling in their stomach, like they don't know how much money they're gonna make next month or whatever. They're living like YouTubers right now. I gotta go mourn. I gotta go mourn for Bob Saget right now. But I know I'm gonna be all right. I know I'm gonna be all right because I got my homies right here. I'm gonna be all right. This stream is dedicated to the homie Bob Saget. Rest in peace. Thank you for keeping that house full. And thank you for the funny home videos. Thank you everybody for joining. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the donations. I appreciate all of you. And you know I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not playing anymore. I'm going to stream every day. Am I still making breakdowns? Yes. But streaming is way funner because I don't have to write for hours and edit for hours. So I'm going to be back tomorrow. And I might fail, but my goal is I'm going to be here at 9 a.m. PST. I want to stream at 9 a.m. PSD every PST. Every weekday now. Am I going to do it? I don't know, but I want to. The bros, Paul, what was the fight of the year in the Grandmaster's eyes? Nunes versus Peña. Nunes versus Peña. Definitely. Thank you, bros, Paul. Absolutely my favorite fight of the year. Now, everybody, in memory of the homie Bob Saget, I want you to all go watch my last video of the year. Where I broke down why Gaethje versus Chandler was not the fight of the year. It's like I said, it's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever made, and I'm very proud of it. And I feel like Bob Saget will want all of you to see that. So rest in peace, Bob Saget, and in his memory, everybody, please go watch that video right now. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late. Oh, snap. Stop it.